Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Stacker News Live. My name is Car. I'm with Oliver from Jippi. Oliver.
Well, hello.
Welcome to Stacker News Live.
Thank you. Great to be here. Really exciting. I love the space. You've done some amazing things.
Oh, thanks, dude. Did you showing live there for you?
Yes. Twitter, yes. YouTube.
Oh, okay, cool. Anyways, we're here to talk about Jippi. Can you tell us about Jippi? You were the top post this week.
Yeah. So we are the world's first Pokemon Go inspired Bitcoin education game, and we're so excited about building this because the vision is to become the easiest, most accessible on-ramp into the ecosystem for beginners. And the way we do that is through gamification. You know, the focus really is that Bitcoin education is hard. You know, so 69% of young people find learning boring, according to Yale News, and that's a problem because Bitcoin is probably a really hairy, scary monster for anyone to learn about. And 98% of novices don't actually understand Bitcoin. So we want to make it easy for folks, and the way we do that is replicate some of the wonderful things that Pokemon Go has done, but for the Bitcoin ecosystem.
Wow, and there's an ambulance behind us.
They're coming to get us. We're being raided, guys. It's time.
This is what it's like to... It's okay. Sometimes it's just how it goes. This is fantastic, dude. You've been working hard on this for a really long time, and I'm super excited to see where this goes. Tell us about the crowd raise, because you're doing something a little bit differently. You're going through crowd raise through Timestamp. Can you talk about that process and what that looks like?
Yeah, so this is Arman's baby. Timestamp is a Bitcoin-only crowdfunding solution, and it's incredible. We are the first to go through, and so excited to see the reception for this project. But basically, because it's regulated, anybody can invest in a campaign. You don't have to be an accredited investor. Anyone from the public can invest if they are taken with the idea. And we're obviously building Pokemon Go for Bitcoin with the layer of education underneath as well. So basically users are going to be collecting Bitcoin-themed beasts across 21 territories around the city. And to collect a beast, you've got to answer quiz questions about Bitcoin. And you're battling against other tribe members. So it's really competitive, it's fun, it's entertaining. But Timestamp, yeah, we encourage folks to go here, timestampfinancial.com, and to invest a campaign. And help us build this amazing product. Yeah,
it's pretty incredible. You have all the documents here, the videos, everything that you need to learn more about Jippi and what Oliver is building. You even go into some of the market analysis on like the TAM, SAM, and the SOM. Was there anything kind of like interesting when you were putting this together where you were just kind of like shocked by like how nice the opportunity was for something like Jippi to come out now?
Yes, I mean, I was looking at some data this year actually about Pokemon Go, and this was the reason why we decided to go down this route instead of, say, me just writing a book or doing podcasts or whatever. You know, Pokemon Go was a global phenomenon. I mean, this thing, even this year, is huge. I was looking at stats. So as of March 2024, 24% of 18 to 34-year-olds are still playing Pokemon Go. And 49% of 35 to 54-year-olds are still playing. Yeah. So it's multi-generational, you know, and I think the core value proposition that we're trying to solve here is that younger generations who don't understand Bitcoin, they have no attention. Their attention span is 8 seconds, Gen Z. And so if we can build something like this that is really quick, friendly, engaging, then they can both learn about Bitcoin, earn Bitcoin, and then compete. It's a really solid entry point, I think, for beginners.
Dude, this is incredible. I can't wait to actually play this and really get out there and catch some beasts.
Thanks, man. It's exciting, yeah.
Yeah. Is there anywhere that you're looking to first? You're probably going to do it first here in Austin, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, we're going to try. The beta is going to be in Austin. I think we're trying to hit certain milestones to get the game built for next year, early next year, and potentially that even means launching the game at a certain event and trialing it like a sort of like a quick fire across 2 days. So imagine playing Tribe Clash across 2 days.
Like I can see people playing this in the park. Like, gosh, dude, this is gonna be so much fun. Yeah. And you'll have unlocks and other rewards built in right into the game, I would imagine.
100%. This is the early days for us, you know, and we have so many things we want to build, and that's why this crowdfunding will help fund the development of Tribe Clash.
Yeah.
But the website is jippi.app, so if you want to
Yeah.
check us out there. We also have email at the bottom. If you scroll to the bottom of the page, you can email us by hitting email there and start the conversation. We're also selling every single beast that's in the game, and we have beasts like Nakamoto Nick, Blockchain Bob, Sat Sarah. Every beast that you will collect digitally in each territory, we're selling them as plushies.
Yeah.
So you can purchase these today, and one in those 21 plushies will have $1,000 in Bitcoin too.
Dude, that's incredible. That's awesome. It looks so professional. Like everything that you guys are doing with Timestamp. And if you have any questions, Oliver has been building in the lab for a while and open book. So if you have any questions, definitely reach out to him directly. And man, congratulations on this initiative. You've already raised 10% of the total commitment, right? So.
Yep, and we have some more money coming in, so we should hit 20 in the next couple of weeks. And then we've got some other exciting things planned with Timestamp too. So just watch this space, and we would love your investment and support.
Yeah, so I think the minimum is what, 2?
So minimum is 2, yes, and then the maximum we want to raise is about 250K.
Wow.
So that would help fund the development, it'll help us with marketing and sales and build this whole thing out.
Dude, this is amazing. Dude, thank you for coming on the show, and
Thanks for having me, brother. Appreciate it.
I'll
let the big man Keyan tap in. Thank you, guys.
Keyan. It is kind of deja vu in a weird way.
Let's call this episode.
Yeah, but I think everything's good now. Keyan, how was your week? I know we already had this conversation.
We already had this conversation. What did we say the last time? This is why restarting is hard, because you just want to redo everything that you thought went right the last time. I don't know. We continued to move into the lab, which is great. It's great being here. We have south-facing windows, which means we get
so much more sunlight.
Real sun, which means we'll all sleep better and we'll build.
Dude, I actually
stronger.
stay later here.
Harder. Huh?
I stay later here. I noticed, because it's so comfortable.
Oh, you like it more?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, the other place is it was kind of doomy. It's like spelunking. You're like going into a cave underground.
Yeah, you don't realize it until you're out of harsh conditions.
I realized that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
And you never said anything. You just kept
I did say things. You just don't listen to
you just kept it within. You did say things. Okay. That makes sense.
I mean, I mentioned it to nearly everyone.
I probably didn't want to hear it. That's probably why.
It's all good. I mean, I say a lot of things people don't want to hear.
What did you think of Jippi? What did you think of Jippi this week? Make the front page.
Oh, I think it's great. Well, Oliver and I talked about it before he posted it. So I was like, what you want to do, what's super underappreciated and underexploited is that you can boost something pretty cheaply to the top spot on the page.
Oh, interesting.
And we had someone locked on the top spot on the page for like $60 for nearly 3 weeks.
Oh wow!
And before we were charging when we were doing it manually, we were charging, I think it was $2,000 in fiat a month to be in that top spot, and it returned the person's investment because they were selling a SaaS product.
Oh wow, it did. Oh, yeah. Interesting.
And so people don't realize it's there. Maybe we've done a pretty poor job surfacing it, but I was like, use that. A lot of Bitcoin companies, when they come out with these ad products, they're very cheap for the value you get. So if you're a builder, look out for those opportunities because.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, but I think it's also a really good post in general.
Oh yes, great post. I'm excited. I'm excited about these crowdfunding platforms. I think they're awesome. I think they'll be really good. I think there will be Jippi is here to educate people about Bitcoin, but there'll be education hurdles with these crowdfunding platforms because a lot of people don't understand, super well startup valuations because they operate quite differently than more traditional investment or a less risky, lower reward investment. And
so let's talk about that because the last time we did this, you touched on something that I think was really informative for people that are listening at home. There was Gray Ruby. He had a question that says, "Seems like a cool idea. Design and colors look good. Valuation seems kind of pricey, but I wish you guys much luck." And then you chimed in and said you had a thing there. Can you explain what that was?
Oh yeah, he said it was pricey. But I think what people want to do when you're trying to value sort of like one-of-a-kind investments, you usually do it by looking at comparables. Like, what is the market usually paying for things that are most like this thing? And so when you kind of have to do that with startups. That's how often these kind of floors and ceilings are set with pricing. And $3 million valuation cap is very low. Most, I would guess, median pre-seed right now is probably closer to 10. So you're getting a pretty significant discount. And we see this a lot in Bitcoin, where Bitcoin is so early. A lot of the companies in Bitcoin are relatively undervalued, and that's one of the reasons why we see a lot of VCs crop up in the space.
That's exactly why. Yeah,
because it's an underexploited opportunity. And anyway, so 3 million valuation cap is very fair, very cheap. So if you're interested in getting started with startup investing, these new crowdfunding platforms are a great way to do it, because they give you access without all the headache of actually becoming an angel investor and having to put up bigger check sizes, because usually minimum check size of an angel is usually somewhere around 50K.
Yeah.
Maybe 25, maybe
and
20.
The minimum investment they have here on timestamp is
2,000.
It's 2,000. So
you could be, if you're into micropayments, you might be into micro investments, and that's really what these.
That's an interesting way to put it. Yeah,
crowdfunding really platforms allow you to do, and help you learn about Bitcoin apps. Help you if you're interested in being an investor, it's a great way to get started. Is by starting it small, investing in more startups. You get startups that are very respectful of their investors. They write monthly updates. You begin learning about the way the founders are thinking about things, and it's a great way to kind of build.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get your feet wet a little bit.
I also think too, Jippy's coming out of PLEBDEVS, and it's destiny.
And you love your own book.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I would have bet against Oliver or Jippi.
No, I think the opportunity here is
he's gonna kill it, dude.
Is pretty big.
It's gonna he's literally gonna go out there and slay Nintendo, slay the Pokemon. He's gonna grab a Squirtle by the head.
Imagining Mario.
He's gonna grab the Squirtle by the head, and the beast is just gonna come. I'm just kidding.
Is it a squirrel?
Squirtle. I was saying Squirtle.
Squirtle.
I didn't tell you, dude. I was Charizard for Halloween.
When?
And in a Halloween in TapConf, we did a whole Halloween party.
Oh, I didn't know you were Charizard.
Yeah, I was Charizard, dude.
One of those inflatable costumes?
No, I'm already Charizard.
Oh, I see. It was like the Negan thing, where you just show up dressed as you, and you're like,
dude,
I'm
it
Negan.
Looked good. Austin, how great did my Charizard costume?
He's not even there.
He's not even there. Anyways. Yeah, dude, there's a lot of Pokemon out there. That's what I'm saying. Next year,
I never played Pokemon. I was a Pog guy.
Next year, I could be a Bitcoin beast.
Pokemon?
Next year, I could be a Bitcoin beast. I'm already kind of a Bitcoin beast, but I could be one in real life.
It'll work like all your other costumes. Where you're like, I'm a Bitcoin beast now, guys.
Anyways, definitely check it out, Stackers. And if you have questions, drop a comment there.
Yeah, talk to Oliver.
Talk to Oliver.
I forgot to mention this. I thought what would be cool to do on podcasts is go from 5 to 1 rather than 1 to 5.
Oh, okay.
Because we were talking about TRL last week, and they go from
do
5
they go
to
that
1.
long?
They go from they go from 5, the lower scoring song to the best one.
Oh,
and
do
it
you
works
want
up.
to do that? Do you want to switch it up? That's a big move.
I think we should do that going forward. I think it'd be an interesting.
Go
experiment.
5 to 1.
Yeah, as a format change.
Yeah, I guess I know. The only reason I would push against that slightly, and I don't have any. But naturally, my gut reaction is that people will tune out and they won't stay for the top story.
That's fine.
Okay.
I think it's fine. I think it's actually probably the inverse. I think there's a reason why TRL didn't start with the top story. It's because people drop off.
It was the top. It was the top video. It was like the top music video.
Yeah, the top music video.
I know Carson Daly, man. He was ahead of his time. Anyway, I did figure out how to do the video thing that you were talking about.
Ooh, you mean where we have a moving camera?
Yeah, I did figure that out.
Okay, that'll be great.
Yeah,
I think we should definitely do that.
Maybe we can try it next week.
We have a live.
If we get a crowd, I think if we get a crowd, it'll work.
Live.
This week we don't
audience.
have a crowd. Anyways.
You have to give them food or something.
Yeah, we got to do that. Cool. Yeah, it was great. Great week. Great post. Yeah, let's jump into the rest of the top stories. Second top stories. Be careful what you wish for. Bitcoinization can and will have huge implications. What's this, Keyan?
Yeah, random number name and random number letter name. They wrote about, I guess, how they think we'll achieve Bitcoinization. And I guess why we'll achieve Bitcoinization. The phrase that I really was drawn to in this whole post was Bitcoin is perfect capital, and that we've never had perfect capital before. And you can kind of imagine with a world full of capitalists what finally realizing that they have perfect capital available will do, and what that might do to Bitcoin's price, and Bitcoin adoption. And so this whole post is kind of aimed at like how we get to the point where hyper Bitcoinization happens, and they reference the Minneapolis Fed's paper where their basic the premise of that paper more or less is that Bitcoin achieves this status as this thing that is competitive with state level financial products. And they say, basically MicroStrategy is one of the earliest people who saw this opportunity and is taking advantage of it. And they can't, as far as they can tell, there's no reason for other institutions to not do the same thing. And so they say that likely is going to push things in this direction. And then they also mentioned that Trump's election will likely be unintentionally be an accelerant of this unfolding, because he's always shouting about interest rates. He wants interest rates low. As a real estate developer, that's that's foremost on their mind usually. He's also championing deregulation of various kind, which is also bullish for the Bitcoin's sector. What are some of the tariffs likely are, that's likely
Dude, this
inflationary.
Looks really good. I'm looking at this now. I'm like, I want to go and read this later.
You should read it.
He even goes into the vice president's history with Thiel. Yeah.
No, it's very.
Wow, this is great.
Yeah, I think I said last time we recorded this that this is the writing of someone who's thought a lot about Bitcoin from a financial perspective, which I tend to not do, which is why I enjoy reading.
Yeah, this is some good alpha.
Stuff like these things.
The top comment was from, FreeTX, said, good write-up and good questions. Tangentially, I was an early Linux adopter. I first installed it around 94, 95. This has been largely forgotten in history, but up until 99, there was a constant FUD and legal threats over Linux. I don't remember that. Do you remember that? In fact, the term FUD itself was created during this time. At this time, I had a colleague tell me we can never install Linux here because we would get sued out of existence. Really, dude?
Yeah.
I don't remember that because we were doing LAMP. We were doing like LAMP setups. You remember LAMP? It was like Linux, Apache. I forget the other MP.
That was way later than this, though, probably.
That was way later than that? But that was in college that we were doing that kind of stuff.
Oh, well, I don't know. I don't know when you went to college, but he says 1999, and that's where the term FUD came is from.
So it probably got
an
wrapped
internal
up
memo
after that.
I thought that was a really interesting fact. I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, this is a really good
great post, great comment section, too.
I need to go back and read this. Dude, where do these stackers come from? Is 010285 a normal stacker?
Yeah, they've been around. I mean, they're relatively recent, but
whenever I see
they post some bangers.
Whenever I see this kind of post, I'm like wondering like where have they been? But I guess they are. They're just nothing that hits the top.
No, they were on the top last week.
Oh, they were? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, well, I'm going to check that out. Stackers, definitely check that out. Haven't been this interested in a post in a while from like the stackers.
Wow, you hear that, stackers? It's like
Well, I mean, like where it's like a
Backhanded compliment.
full on like write up like this. This is something that you would see published somewhere.
we get these all the time, though.
Yeah, maybe you should
Just-
put like, I don't know, put like a. There should be some sort of like thing here that shows it that it's a high signal post. I don't know. I guess
That's
the
what
stats.
that's what the stats do.
Yeah, I guess, but maybe this should light up a different color. I don't know. Something to think about. Anyways, great post. You got anything else you want to talk about it on? About this?
No, I just I think it's an awesome piece and explores ideas that I don't commonly think about much, and I think it's cool.
Yeah, go back and read it. The next top story is no Clinton.
No, this isn't it.
Sorry. Nope, that's
Nope,
not it.
that's not it either.
Oh, wait.
There it is.
Yeah, the next top story is girlfriend finally got off 0 advice or messages for her. What's this?
Yeah, I don't know how to say it. I need to figure out. Den Lilipan. Den Lilipan says that their girlfriend through this election cycle finally came around to Bitcoin. So they've been kind of learning about it and see Bitcoin as a way to opt out of the political system because they're not particularly excited about Trump, but you don't need to be excited about Trump to be excited about Bitcoin. In fact, you might, in this case, they're interested in Bitcoin because they see Bitcoin as an exit from the political system. And so he's looking for advice on what direction he should point his girlfriend in, what should they maybe look to learn next, where what's the highest yield resource or resources or path that they can send their partner on, and a bunch of stackers respond with that.
Interesting. I wonder what it was specifically from the campaign that.
I think it's just see links to a Siggy's post in there where it's just kind of like the election circus in general kind of brought people around. It's like in Siggy's case, he had friends who decided to not watch the election night and instead just watch Bitcoin's price to see
How it was going.
what the result of the election was.
Yeah, that was interesting, right?
Yeah.
Got Pleplo with the top comment. She says, I have a similar story to girlfriend. Just earlier last election, my advice is find someone you actually like listening to and focus on that rather than trying to spread your interest too thin and get overwhelmed with choice. For me, that was Alex Gladstein at first, so I just listened to any podcast that went on. Wow.
Ender Gigi.
And then we have Real Bitcoin Dog says, you buy Bitcoin to have more dollars, I buy Bitcoin to have less dollars. We are not the same. Yeah, I think the Cash App, I think that does a really good job to incentivize people to get Bitcoin. At least the people that I talk to in the streets. It seems like Cash App is
Man on the streets.
good to because they do all the promos on there, and then you get like all sorts of things, and then you can just buy it in the app.
I don't spend a whole lot of time in that
And
app.
you can do like you can do roundups. It's a whole thing.
Can you use them like a bank?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah,
need
you
to,
can even send people Bitcoin even if they don't.
have Bitcoin or know
As long as
that they
as-
can receive.
As long as they have Cash App, yeah.
That's cool.
Cash App's really cool, man. I think they're doing a really good job, as well as others. I'm just, but yeah, cool.
It's a free ad for you, Jack.
Free ad for you, Jack. The next top story is what I most fear about a Trump victory. This is politics and law territory from the same person. It looks like 70 comments, 6,000 sats. Keyan. I think I know what this is.
Yeah, well, they linked to a Reason article that basically argues that Trump's presidency will create more problems because we saw some of the peakiness of wokeness and cancel culture and stuff happened while Trump was president. So there's like a reaction to Trump being in office that is perhaps worse than a validating politician like Kamala Harris being in office would be. And that's kind of the argument in this article. And so they point out how, kind of silly that seems as an argument, against Trump. And stackers debate it. And I think there's some good thoughts in here.
got undisciplined. He said if the current trajectory was waning wokeism, would an acceleration put an end to it faster? That might just be pandemic nitpicking. Then the OP says, always a fan of nitpicking. Accuracy is a virtue. No, I think the point is that wokeism got lifeblood from opposition, so it basically received a boost from hating a verifiably bad man. What do you think about all that stuff?
I don't really know. I think I'm actually not too hopeful that Trump's administration will, or optimistic that Trump's administration will do many of the things he said he'd do. I'm not super optimistic that it's necessarily good for Bitcoin necessarily. I think at least directly. I'm not sure he is a champion of Bitcoin. I'm not sure we want any politician to be, or at least the presidential candidate like him to be a champion of Bitcoin. So I don't know. I fear that he lied about a lot of stuff, and that's what I fear. But
I don't know, man. I think I was talking to somebody about this week, and we were talking about like why I didn't care about the election and why I didn't vote, and like basically why I wasn't participating and why I really didn't give a shit. And we came to the assumption or the realization that it was because I was a millennial. And I was like, really? And it was because I had explained that in the 90s how amazing it was. I talk about it all the time on the podcast. And when 9/11 happened, it was like right after that, there was like, it was just fear-mongering, and everybody wants to kill you, and terrorism and all this stuff. And that never stopped. And it didn't let up until COVID, which at that time I finally was like, you know what? The hell with all this. I'm just going to go and make change myself. And I think I've come to realize that I think that's just maybe our generation that doesn't, or maybe it's just me that just doesn't care about these things anymore. And when you talk to younger people that didn't grow up to see how amazing it was before everything changed, maybe they're a little bit more. They live in an anxiety-filled world, and they're okay with that. And so I think for me, I think the whole Trump thing, it was just like, dude, if he gets Ross out like day one, I think that would be shocked. I would be really shocked. But I think that'll show like things will be changing. But I don't know, man. There's a lot of people in power that don't want him to do the things that he wants to do. There is this apparently this conspiracy somebody posted in the books and article territory where apparently there's a whole Nixon conspiracy. I don't know if you've heard about this, but
I'm familiar with the Watergate.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the Watergate, but apparently like he also was he also had a plan of like changing the government from within, and inside this goes into some of the CIA and the FBI that were trying to get him involved in some sort of sex for blackmail type of operation. And it goes into, I was surprised to see this on Snacker Dance. I was like, wow, this is kind of stuff I like to find out about. But it was really interesting to read this. There's also this thing, I don't know if you saw this post, but the same guy said that there was the first time that we haven't been with, or 2024 will be the first presidential ticket since 1976 without a Bush, Clinton, or Biden, which is another pretty amazing post on Snacker News. So
yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah, that's what I think about it. It's just like, I don't know. I don't really fear anything. I don't really fear anything anymore.
You're politically apathetic.
Yeah, I just don't feel anything anymore because I already realize like the only thing that I can change is the local community around me and people around me, and that's it. Like that's the only thing I can hope for. And what's going on in Washington, I could give two shits about. But I don't know. Is that bad? It's probably bad.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to think of that. I tend to take the view that if you're going to be forced to live under rulers and they allow you to assert a choice, even if it's, maybe you don't get, maybe they're disingenuous when they tell you can assert a choice. But I think, taking that opportunity is a good thing. I think we should take that. I also don't think the 90s were.
Yeah, you don't think the 90s were that great?
I think they were generally the times were more optimistic, and I think there was a little less.
But there was no fear.
doom.
There was no fear mongering. There was no like America is terrible. There was none of that in the 90s that I remember.
Well,
Seeing on the local news, and like now you go on the local news and everybody's like, "Oh, America's terrible. America's this. America." I don't remember that kind of thinking back then.
I think we were that's because we were growing. America was growing. America was doing better. We were on the rise, and now we're on the fall. And I think, people get afraid, they get rude, they get mean. And that's just what happens when like resources they start contracting and get more competitive, and things don't come as easily. People get upset.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this is a good post. Definitely check it out, Stackers, if you want to get into that whole discussion around it. There's some really spicy comments in there. But yeah, check it out. The final top story, right? Final top story? How to begin. Yeah, right?
I think so.
Yeah, final top story. How to begin restoring normalcy with friends and relatives. This is from It's Real Fake Culture Territory. 43 comments, 2,922 cents. Keyan, I think I know what this is too.
Yeah. Also related to the election, It's Real Fake is sort of taking a victory lap, but trying to be a gracious winner. He's basically like, this confirms my point of my worldview, and shatters my friend's worldview and my family's worldview. How do I help them recover from their worldview being shattered? As the winner of the worldview competition, and so that's.
What do you think? Do you think there was like anybody that you know of that had their world shattered this week?
No, I don't. I mean, I think these groups run in pretty distinct circles, and that's one of the we're very divided. I think.
As a country?
Yeah, as a country, and I think our social connections are very divided, and mostly we're in our own silos of new information sources.
Yeah.
And so some people who voted for Trump think that Kamala voters are delusional, and they're not seeing reality clearly. And of course, people who voted for Kamala see the Trump supporters the same way. It's primarily because they have different information sources.
Yeah.
They're usually not cross-communicating with each other. And so I don't have any friends that I've kept that are very close. Not that I wouldn't be friends with them, but that, and I'm not very political. I don't really voice my political opinions if I have them. But the ones that I think were the close friends that I had who voted for Kamala this cycle, I haven't had much communication with in the last few years, and that might just be a consequence of me moving away from California. But
so you don't know anybody that voted for Kamala, is what you're saying?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think anybody voted for her. I think that's what
happened, especially in Texas.
General population vote.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess again, I think it's just
what's that called? The general popular vote or
the popular vote?
The popular vote. There you go.
Yeah, but it's still Austin went blue. So.
Yeah, I know, dude. I need to do something about that.
So where are those? I think those people are just going to,
I think we need to figure out the city council thing. That's where we're going to start first. It's on the list. It's on the list of things to do.
I see. Yeah. I mean, it sounds like.
So, yeah.
Wait, didn't you just say or politically?
I said in Washington. I didn't say locally.
I see.
Yeah. I can give a shit what's going on in Washington. Trying to control 50 states? Are you kidding me? Good luck with that. It's not going to work. You got a top comment from Pleb Poet. It says, I totally understand your sentiment and glad you wrote about this. I have this feeling myself, but I'm identifying it as a reaction and questioning what is desired outcome. Since I don't know exactly what I want the outcome to be exactly, I'm hesitant to follow the impulse. Just saying repair relationships feels too vague. Convincing them to see things my way feels too optimistic, too improbable. Yeah, I'm not following what she's saying.
You weren't following what you said?
Yeah, I'm not trying to. I'm trying to see what you shared. Yeah, I don't know. I guess she's saying, feel them out, bro. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's more or less what she's saying, and that, kind of thinking in the terms of winners and losers is maybe the wrong frame.
Yeah, Yoda said, wow, an olive branch, seriously, you're the hero we all need. I can tell you liberals are upset, yes, but mostly frightened to death. Trump says so many things. Oh, man, dude.
There was someone on, it was Tucker Carlson's podcast, who I think it was a liberal journalist who had been in media for a very long time on, and he said his projection was that if Trump wins, there will be a mental health crisis in the country. Yeah, and someone who knows that side of the political spectrum very well, and so that's what.
When I hear stuff like that, it's like unplug, dude. They just need to unplug.
Yeah, I think a little. They bought into the political campaign's messaging, I think, a little too much.
Yeah, they're psyop completely.
Man, I don't know what's a psyop and what's not.
Everything's a psyop.
I think some people end up believing silly things on their own, and I don't think it's necessarily like directed by someone.
Just get your news on Stacker News, and there you go. That's what I do.
Yeah, but I mean, who knows if there are people their psyops active on Stacker
This is
News.
how I hear about this stuff. It's like it's good to get a good discussion going. You can just see all the comments and learn that way. I don't know. I mean, think about it. Like, don't you learn more from a discussion than you do listening to somebody just telling you how things are?
Well, no, you want more direct sources. You want more original sources. I think that's one main difference I see between Trump voters and Kamala voters is that Kamala voters, they tend to get news through various levels of filters. They have like more trust in
NPR.
Well, just
NBC.
Other sources of like official sources, kind of sources with degrees, sources with, rather than reading a Twitter thread of some random guy in the middle.
Trust the science types.
Yeah, a little more trust in media institutions and people who work in media and people who originate from institutions.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty strong filter relative to, how someone's feeling in Ohio about the economy, or how someone's feeling in Arizona about the border. On X or on Nostr or on smaller social media sites like Stacker News.
I was talking to somebody this week. They were saying that, and I won't say who they are, but they were saying that their family's not going to talk to them because they voted for Trump, which is kind of when he said that, I was like, wow, like that's kind of shocking.
Well, it's just really sad. I mean, I feel bad for his family.
Feel bad for him. It's like, imagine not being able to go home for Thanksgiving because you voted for Trump.
Yeah, but he's not. He's not. I don't feel bad. I don't feel so bad for them because I don't think he's really. I mean, he's suffering. He loses his family, but who wants to be socializing with people who are going to like excommunicate him because of his political preferences, which is largely driven by the information sources that they're getting. That's so shallow. I feel bad for his family for feeling like they need to do that to people.
It's crazy,
they disagree.
Right?
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't understand. People get so upset when people disagree with them. It's like there's no respect for other people's
opinion.
Yeah, which is dumb. It's so dumb. Yeah,
I love seeing people with their opinions. Like the stronger opinions people have, the more respect I have for them. Because I'm just like, wow, they really believe that.
That's not the measurement I take, but I do.
I respect we have people in the lab that have like really strong opinions, and I might disagree with them, but I love the fact that they like really fully believe what they're saying.
I mean, I certainly don't mind. I like people to express themselves, but I don't respect a person's opinion when it's stronger. It's usually the opposite, actually.
Oh, really? Interesting.
I respect their opinion less. I'm less likely to take them seriously.
Oh,
I prefer a more nuanced opinion.
Yeah. What if they posted their opinions strongly on Stacker News? Would you?
Those tend not to do super well. People want to think. Usually people who have opinions like that are trying to force other people to like.
So there's a way that you
got.
got to go about explaining this stuff.
It's a dance.
It's a dance.
Communication is a dance.
Really cool stuff. Been a crazy week on Stacker News politically. What do you think? I think I had a post. Let me see if I can find my post. I had a post this week about politics and stuff.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. Because I was curious what the Stackers were thinking.
Oh, I must have missed it. I need to like subscribe to you, so I don't.
Yeah, you should. There's a lot of Stackers subscribe.
I should for this.
Oh yeah, this one right here. I said Stackers decide Trump versus Harris, who leads next, and everybody voted Bitcoin.
Well, the majority. You got the popular vote. Bitcoin got the popular vote.
Yeah, and then Tamale said, and another case of Bitcoiners not knowing the difference between who they think will win and who they want to win. And then Gray Ruby said, for shame, whoever's not picking Bitcoin. I thought that was great.
Yeah, I don't know. They might not have read all the options.
But that just tells you there wasn't a lot of Kamala Harris people coming out. Look at that. I mean, there's less than 10% or 10%, whatever it is.
Well,
and even amongst Bitcoiners, people choose Bitcoin before Trump, which is what I'm doing.
Yeah, but he's saying this isn't. Your question is who will win, not who do you want to win.
Who leads next?
But what does that mean?
Exactly.
I don't I mean, I think
I was trying to be vague enough to where you could still vote Bitcoin.
I see.
Yeah. Anyways,
psyop. Psyops are
everything's a psyop. We're gonna jump into your top stories of the week. You had this one, the money class of the day.
Yeah, I just wanted to flag this for people. People should be reading this series. They're really good. I feel like it's like a nice treat, and they're coming every day. And so if you want to get deeper into money, I highly recommend it. But it's describing Argentina's fiat money crisis in 2012, and their exposure to it. But they've been writing these are great. These are really good. And
cool.
Yeah,
I love how they always do these citations at the bottom. Markdown does that, right? I guess.
Yeah, we have Markdown support for footnotes.
That's cool.
Which people don't really use. Some people use them.
No, I always see it I always see the top posts usually have them.
Yeah, longer posts deserve them.
The other one you had this week was Bitcoin Consensus Analysis Project. What's this?
Yeah, I haven't gone very deep in this, but Lynn Alden and Moneyball, they basically took a look at. They tried to really understand, I guess, the constituents, the decision makers in Bitcoin consensus, and expand it beyond node runners and miners. I think the other groups that have been discussed that are more generally known are you have miners, you have node runners, and you have economic nodes, and those are really like the three categories that are usually discussed. And they went deeper and broke it down into 6, and so. It was basically a research project, and they put it together on GitHub. You can go and read it. I highly recommend if people want to dive deep. These are from smart Bitcoiners, and obviously Steve Lee invested in Stacker News, so I might be expressing my financial bias, but I actually think this is really cool. This is something I would probably be interested in reading.
Wow, look at you! You're like disclosing on air now.
Well, I'll disclose financial any financial conflicts I think are important to disclose. So I try to do that. But even for things where I think I might be natively inclined to promote this, I don't know. That's the interesting thing with bias is you don't know when you're biased, so you have to kind of express it.
I think this was interesting. He says although investors do not tend to play a role in the day-to-day operations of Bitcoin, they impact the price of Bitcoin by buying or selling. Investors tend to have a thesis for why they hold Bitcoin. Thus, changes in Bitcoin consensus that affect their thesis can positively and negatively affect the price of Bitcoin. Whenever I see these things, like, and this is probably a dumb question to ask, but I'm going to ask you anyway. This all seems pretty clear as day to me, though. As far as information or no,
it needs to be articulated somewhere.
Okay,
for people to get it.
So even though it's common sense things.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
I don't even think it's common sense things. If I would have asked you who are the stakeholders in a consensus change, you would not list out these 6 people and describe in great detail does. I know when you read it, it sounds like, oh, it's like, oh yes, of course. And that's a sign, that's a validation point for you that you intuitively think about it, but you likely could not articulate this level of detail when someone asked you, even if you intuitively maybe understood these things. And so that's, I think,
So it's just sort of getting to a place of articulation. It sounds like.
Yeah, where it can spread, where the understanding can grow. People can build on it to have even greater ideas and greater theories.
Okay, in that sense, it makes sense. Okay, I was just curious why some of that seemed, not all of it. I mean, just some of it seemed kind of like.
Yeah, you read one paragraph.
Oh, there's like 3 I saw in there, but no, this is great. I'm not poo-pooing on it. I'm just like, this is great. It just feels like common sense stuff, but
it's not.
But it's not. It sounds like
it's not. I don't think.
Cool. That's neat. I'll check it out. Yeah, it looks like I Am Single said good one. More Analysis Project.
A lot of outlaws in there.
We're gonna jump into my top stories of the week. The first one is PLEBDEVS. PLEBDEVS platform. Attention, PLEBDEVS platform is launching next week.
It's an announcement of an announcement.
It's an announcement. It's
You
an
only get a few
announcement
of
of
those
announcement.
before people start
Apparently,
ignoring
I
it.
didn't even know this. This is what he says. He says, "I've been quiet lately, posting less, making less content, but not because I'm out of the game!" Exclamation point. I've been working in stealth mode. What does that mean? Is he saying like?
I think he's like
saying like, oh, stealth.
he's making fun of himself.
Oh, because he's working in stealth mode.
Yeah, because
What's it? Is it not cool to work in stealth mode?
No, it's kind of retarded.
Is it really?
Yeah, because it's like you're in
He's coming over here. We baited him long enough.
All right, I'll get up.
Oh, you're gonna go. Oh wow, he's coming to take the seat.
No, I honestly have nothing to say. I was just gonna walk in because it's an announcement of an announcement. It's ridiculous. Why are we even talking about this?
That's what I do. We'll have to talk about it next week when he launches.
I was like, wow.
One of these announcements.
I kicked the hornet's
talk about
nest,
it
and
twice.
he was coming. That was awesome, dude. Look how, jeez. Wow.
Anyway.
Anyways, yeah, definitely check it out.
Wait until next week. Don't even think
It'll
about
be here at the Commons. It's going to be around 6 o'clock. Me and Topher are
it.
going
Oh,
to.
that's right. We have a party.
Me and
We're announcing the
Me
party.
and Topher are going to get some alcohol. There might be food. Probably more alcohol than food. And then, this guy. Look, dude, so I found this photo of him. I didn't even realize I had it.
Is that the old Pleb Lab?
Yeah, it was the old Pleb. This was his first ever. You can't really see it. But this was his first ever PLEBDEVS workshop. And he went and got cardboard and wrote PLEBDEVS workshop. And then I said, dude, take a picture. And yeah, we took a picture. Isn't that cool?
Yes.
Like how like the time that elapsed for him to now build the platform.
Oh yeah.
That's what I meant. Like it was just like really cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, people have been responding positively.
Yeah.
I think even
Yeah.
look,
Pleb
everybody.
poet. Or,
You even got a woo doggy from me.
oh wow.
Oh, EK says I miss your woo doggies. Oh, really?
That's what he said.
Dude, come back, man. When is he coming back? Is he coming back?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him. I don't.
EK, come on.
Come on. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Where you
look,
are.
look where we're at now.
Yeah. Look at our.
I got your pass
we have
too
this
whenever
posh
you're ready.
place. There's Car gives everyone massages now.
No, don't.
And
Yeah.
there's a spa.
Cool. Announcement of announcement. Check it out next week. It's happening where he's going to announce the announcement. The other thing I wanted to bring up was this one, Pi Zero to AR, building a DIY
Oh, this is cool, yeah.
augmented reality glasses. So the video's not quite there, but this guy is building some. I mean, they look ridiculous, but I can see the future. This is gonna be really cool. But he can make his own AR glasses using I think Raspberry Pi Zero. But like, check this out. Look, so he has. That's what it looks like if you wear the glasses, where you kind of see the image. It's not quite like Apple Glass or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's. What do you think?
I mean, I think it's cool.
It's cool, right?
Yeah. I think we can expect this to happen. You know, we'll
Dude,
have
I'm all for like that for AR glass if I can make my own.
Yeah, if it's open and
Yeah, dude.
yeah, you can control it. Yeah, way more. That seems less dystopian.
Yeah, for sure. That's what, I'm incredibly bullish for what that's going to look like. Look at that, dude. That doesn't look even has Rickroll running in there.
Yeah, it's very early, but it's pretty cool.
Would you wear one of those?
Yeah, I think AR is the future of computing. I think that's probably how. I think screens are going to be on our face. We're just going to try to get it as close to our eye as possible until it's eventually in our head.
I want a pair of glasses like that, but I want it with speakers too, so I can listen to music.
Well,
anyways,
there's nothing stopping you from putting your headphones on. But this
no. I think you've seen those glasses with the speakers in the glasses.
Yeah,
like it would be cool to have that.
Apple has
and the AR thing.
Apple has like directional audio. It like beams it into your ear or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, really cool stuff. And then the other one was the Daily Zap. Wanted to shout out Coins Reporter. He's been putting in work on the Daily Zap. Keyan, have you seen this? Do you have any?
I have seen this.
Do you have any suggestions?
Yeah, it's an aggregation of news on a news aggregator. It's kind of like that exhibit meme.
What do you mean?
Like, yo, dog, I heard you like aggregated news. So I put aggregated news on a news aggregator.
I think it's great. I love seeing it whenever it shows up.
No, it's cool. It's,
on my feed.
It gives you a rundown of things.
Because it's just like high level.
Yeah.
This is what you need to know, and that's it. Like every single time, it's just like Bitcoin news of the day, boom.
Broad range of subject
Global trade,
matter.
that's all you need to know. Politics, law, that's it. It's just everything, boom. And then I think he even shares it on Nostra too. Doing the Lord's work, Keyan.
Dude.
Got Gray Ruby. Gray Ruby says, I find it very interesting that this news about Russia trying to interfere with the election came out the day before the election. Wait, really? You know that? Anyways, cool. The Daily Zap.
The Daily Zap.
I think that's all the top stories. Those are my stories. This is all the stories of the week. We're going to jump into the top stackers. Yeehaw, Keyan.
Yeehaw.
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 People are probably like, why is this guy wearing this crazy cowboy hat?
They're
seeing you from Pete Terry's across the street. They're like, why is this guy?
These windows are really dark.
You can't see inside?
I bet they could hardly see inside. I mean, I hope not. I mean, I sometimes get kind of naked in my office. Get a little.
What are you doing in there?
Is
that why the light goes off sometimes?
Is
that why the light goes off sometimes?
I take naps.
Is that why the light goes off?
You got to come in and find out, buddy.
Go on your casting couch.
Yeah. We didn't talk about the Coucharoo guy, but
we did it. Oh yeah, I guess that was the other episode.
Yeah, the episode that will never air because it wasn't recording.
Dude, I switched computers this week, and then all the settings were lost. Hey, but we'll get them going. That sucks too. It's because I check everything. Anyways, top stackers of the week. What? A
lot of people hiding. I'm higher, I think, than I normally am, which is cool.
Blockchain Book.
Blockchain Book.
Number 17.
Yeah, a lot of familiar names.
Rothbardian Fanatic.
Yeah, Rothbardian Fanatic. They share a lot of like Austrian economics piece. They tend to spend a lot of time in the politics and law area.
Wow, it's great. You have Desert Dave.
Desert Dave. Mining in the Arizona desert.
Look at that bio. That's a good bio.
Yeah, row, you're down the stream, merrily.
And then it's just ... Which I don't know what.
Finish it yourself. Is that what the dot means? I don't know.
Or it could be Morse code.
Yeah, we got a lot of great stackers.
Cool. Let's jump into the most popular segment of Bitcoin, the cowboy segment. This is Keyan. It spurred Keyan to buy a cowboy hat and now wear it every episode, which is better than him wearing it the entire episode.
Yeah, Car couldn't handle it.
At least he wears it like one part of the episode. But even
Car doesn't like fun.
Not this type of fun.
Car doesn't like silly, dumb fun, which I'm a big fan of.
Which you're a big fan of. But yeah, Cowboys, look at that, dude. It's a new person and a new cowboy, right? This hasn't been the same cowboy, has it? Or did they switch theirs off?
No, I think that person has been there the whole time, right?
No, I don't think so. Because it was you, I think. Yeah, you were number one. And
No. See, this is
Yeah.
why we need like relative measures on our top charts to see what other people. Pretty sure we had a stacker in hiding.
I don't think we ever had a stacker height. I think it was always stackers. Like if you go back to last week's episode, I think you'll see that it was you. Somebody must have turned off once they. Yeah, I don't know.
That doesn't make sense though. So unless we're like measuring it differently,
Because they're used to. I don't remember.
Yeah, I believe that they're
Well, how many are you going on? Oh, 530
nearly
days.
2 years of having a cowboy hat. This is like a true
We need to
cowboy.
kidnap you for one day, and then you just don't check in a stacker news. Then you lose your cowboy hat.
I don't know about that.
Bitcoin is the future's catching up behind you.
Yeah.
Pretty much all you got to do is just not.
They're 100 days behind. Please.
Undisciplined.
Please.
Oh, wow. Look at undisciplined.
Yeah.
That's very disciplined, if you ask me.
Pretty
117. Blockchain book. I think blockchain book is my dark horse pick. It's my new 2025 dark horse pick.
There's no beating me, dude. There's no way anyone is.
I think we can kidnap you.
There's no way I'm gonna fall off.
I think if we kidnap you. Hey, what's up?
Later.
I think if we kidnap you, I think we could make sure that you don't.
Keep my hat.
Yeah. You know, that's a weird, interesting thing about being here now, Keyan, is like you just randomly run into really amazing Bitcoiners, right? Like, have you gotten used to that? I haven't gotten used to that.
Well, I
yet.
haven't really run into many people. I saw Ben today. Which
Yeah.
was cool.
But, like,
Hopcat Ben.
I think before it was like when you would see him, you're like, wow. And now it's like, wow. But it's like, oh.
What?
But it's true. I'm slowly getting adjusted.
Yeah. Oh, we had.
Like I went over there real quick just to talk to Marty real quick, and then I came back in. But like, it's a really cool like. How do you say? What am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is like it's a very special thing.
Yeah. No. We met.
It's incredibly
I met
special. I'm
Brandon
like
yesterday.
super lucky. I would say, just crazy.
Yeah. No, it's great being
It's hard to adjust.
around more Bitcoiners.
Yeah,
Yeah, we thought we were around Bitcoiners before, but now we're really around Bitcoiners.
I know, man. It's pretty insane.
And we're the popular Bitcoiners because we're like the misfits
Are we?
of Bitcoin.
Are we the
in
misfits
Austin.
in this building?
We were, but now
I don't know. Last night
We're,
was
like, folded in.
Last night was pretty crazy. We had some Bitcoiner show up randomly. He was here for the meetup, and then all of a sudden we were like, "Yeah, come hang out with us," and he was just chilling with us. And then Stringer showed up. You know Stringer. He's crazy.
Petty Cab,
Petty Cabin.
Petty Cat.
Dude, he was on
podcast.
Young Turks too. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see him.
Yeah.
He was interviewed on Young.
He was interviewed on.
No, wow.
Yeah. He was. Yeah. He's kind of blowing up, which is kind of crazy because he's just like a local celebrity in town.
Yeah, we knew him as a local celebrity.
Yeah. Anyways, cool. What are you doing this week or this weekend?
This weekend, I am. I still haven't hung stuff up in my office, but
Yeah. What are you waiting for?
I might. Yeah, well, time to do it. I mean, otherwise, I'll just do my normal things, which is working.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I took an Uber this morning where the driver was like, he mentioned that he wanted to take a tour of Austin. You know, like
Really?
the tourists do.
Is
And
that
I was
a
like,
thing?
oh, that's a great.
Is that a thing in Austin?
I was like, that's a great idea. We should, because you probably learn things on the tour that you could live here a lifetime and never learn. Because the tour guides, they basically study Austin like it's a subject, and they give you all the.
Dude, you're
highest-
gonna do it?
I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna.
Oh wow, you're gonna know some fun facts.
Yeah, I will get to know Austin. At
Are
a
you
level
going this
that
weekend to
even
do
locals
it?
don't. No, probably not.
Oh, it's just on your list. of
It's on
things.
my mind.
cool.
It'll be likely a weekend activity at some point.
Dude, I had I had this amazing jacket that Mike from Toonster gave me. Like he only had like 2 of them, and he gave me this amazing hoodie. I've been talking about it all day, dude. It's so comfortable.
Where is it?
Exactly. I had it in my. I took it home last night. I was watching TV with it on. And so you ever get those hoodies where they're just like really comfortable, like it feels like a hug? That's what that felt like. And this morning, left it inside the lift. So bummed out. Oh, I messaged the guy right now to see if he's. But we'll see, man.
So
Super
sorry.
bummed.
That sucks. What are you gonna do this weekend? Are you gonna chase it down?
No, I need to get a couch in here. So we need to get a couch, and then I want
Coucharoo.com.
to get like some games. Our game order got canceled, so I want to get some games in here.
What games?
I think like a PS4. I'm thinking.
Oh shoot.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna make it a real.
I think
fun.
all the guys want some downtime.
Well, don't you want? You probably don't want a PS4. You probably want a Switch.
No, Austin has a Switch already.
Yeah. Then do a Switch. You want multiplayer. A PS4 is for one person.
No, you can play multiplayer.
No, most of the games are
Yeah,
not
like
couch.
Marvel versus Capcom, Grand Theft Auto.
They're not really couch co-op anymore. You can.
We'll
that's
see.
like 1 versus 1.
I'll take your thoughts and think about it.
Sure you will.
I got Blockchain Book from last week's episode. He said Zap, great discussion. Great Ruby said Zamp. We got some comments. We got our typical Vake comment.
What a Vic. Stay in your lane, Vic.
Oh, is that a Trump?
I mean, car.
Is that a Trump thing?
Yeah, it's like Trump, but done by the guy who cut his ear off. What's his name?
Oh, really?
Yeah, what's his name? Van Gogh. Van Gogh.
Oh, interesting.
It's a Van Gogh.
Yeah,
of Trump, it
PLEBDEVS
looks
says
like.
never stay in your lane. Whoa.
Swerve, baby, swerve.
There you go. Then you got Zeke said Lamp, Linux, Apache. Oh, thanks, AK.
Yeah, that's like the old school stat.
Yeah, Linux, Apache, MySQL, PHP. Yeah, we had to do that for college. I forget. I forget what
PHP.
part. I forget what part I was supposed to do. I think I was doing the PHP because we were like split in a team and we were all supposed to be doing like something. I don't remember. And then lay in your stain.
Ew.
117. I love that. That's a new thing. I've never heard that before.
Disgusting.
Have you ever heard that before?
No, but it's funny.
It's freaking hilarious. All right, Keyan. Well, that's all I got this week. Stackers, you got there? Watch a movie. I think another good cowboy movie. I guess is Napoleon. I saw the new Napoleon. Did you watch that?
Oh, it was bad.
Oh, you didn't like it?
Yeah.
I thought it was
If
fine.
you liked it, I didn't like it.
I thought it was fine. I didn't think it was great, but I thought it was really cool to watch.
It was beautiful in so many ways.
Yeah.
But the story sucked.
Yeah,
I didn't really
Dude,
care.
The guy was like, or Joaquin Phoenix was. Yeah, I don't know if he did a great job or not. I'm still undecided on it.
I'm not very into it. Oh, speaking of 117, they did a review of a Hugh Grant movie.
Really?
That came out. I forget what it's called, but yeah, it's a horror movie that Hugh Grant.
Oh, is it in the movies territory?
Yeah,
Dude, I freaking love that territory.
yeah, it's a great territory.
It's one of my favorite territories.
Let's see.
Which one is it?
It should be in hot.
Oh,
here.
this one right here. Oh, no, that's not it.
No, where is it?
Is it under? I think I saw that one that you're talking about.
Oh, we needed to fix the. Why isn't it coming out? Oh, here we go. Heretic. Question
What's that
everything.
about? That looks
Yes.
scary, dude. What is this about? Two young religious men are drawn into a game of cat and mouse in the house of a strange man. Wow.
Yeah, and the strange man is Hugh Grant.
Oh, is that Hugh Grant back there?
That's Hugh Grant.
That doesn't even look like him.
It looks exactly like Hugh Grant because it is Hugh Grant.
That looks scary. What do you say? Oh, 8 out of 10?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this weekend.
It's a
maybe.
thriller. I
Yeah,
have to check that out.
I really like Hugh Grant.
I don't like Hugh Grant, but I definitely like thrillers. And I like good reviews. This seems like a really good review. It's nice and short. He says it's a fantastically crafted movie about religion and belief that keeps you engaged throughout, whether you're religious or not, or just interested in theology. That's fascinating. I've been interested in a lot of theology lately.
Yes, sir.
Cool. I'll check it out. Snackers, have a great weekend.